Good day everyone, welcome to another video lesson. In this video, I am going to present the topic on literary devices. Let's start. The first literary device is archetype. What is an archetype? An archetype is an idea, symbol, pattern, or character type in a story. It's any story element that appears again and again in stories from cultures around the world and symbolizes something universal in the human experience. In addition, there are many examples of archetypes, including things like battles of good versus evil or never before first of their kind achievements. For you to better understand what an archetype is, here is an example. For example, the hero's journey, such as the situation in the Lord of the Rings series. An innocent character, such as Pippin in Lord of the Rings. Next, we have allegory. As a literary device or artistic form, an allegory is a narrative or visual representation in which a character, place, or event can be interpreted to represent a hidden meaning with moral or political significance. Do you like hidden meanings in stories? If so, then an allegory is your type of literary device because it uses symbols to reveal a hidden meaning that conveys the overall moral of the story. Many literary works contain allegories. We have here examples. First, The Hunger Games is an allegory for reality TV and how it numbs us to horrors and suffering. Another example of allegory, we have The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe has a basic religious allegory of good versus evil or God versus Satan. So we have here the lion representing the good or God and the witch representing evil or Satan. So that's how allegory works. Next, we have alliteration, a type of repetition. Alliteration is when a letter is used repeatedly to add emphasis and interest to a literary work. Sentences or phrases that have several words that begin with the same letter are examples of alliteration. Examples, we have sleepy sheep were shorn on Sunday. That is our first example. In this example, 4 words in the sentence begin with the same letter, and that is letter S. It means that letter S is repeated 4 times in the sentence and they are found in the beginning of each word. We have sleepy, sheep, shorn, and Sunday. Another example is the big black bear banged blandly on the bark. In this sentence, you have 6 words beginning with letter B. Next literary device is allusion. An allusion is a passing reference in literature. It simply involves making a passing reference to a person or another event in a story or other work. It's a fun type of literary device that keeps writing from getting bland or boring. Further, most allusions are based on the assumption that there is a body of knowledge that is shared by the author and the reader, and that therefore the reader will understand the author's referent. We have here examples. He was her Romeo. That is our first example. And this is a reference to Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Next example, we have it was like I walked into the Garden of Eden, and this is an example of biblical allusion. Let's proceed to the next literary device. We have flashback. In literature, a flashback is an occurrence in which a character remembers an earlier event that happened before the current point of the story. Again, an event that happened before the current point of the story. You have flashbacks in life. For example, the smell of baking cookies takes you back to a time you spent with your grandmother. Flashbacks in literature are the same. These are story elements giving you insight into a previous moment or experience. Example, we have here 2 examples. First, standing on the edge of the cliff, she was suddenly transported back to the time when she was 2. she remembered the feeling of her heart pounding as she looked down at the ground, seconds before falling. In this example, what made her remember about something when she was 2 was when he was standing on the edge of the cliff. It is stated here that she was suddenly transported back to the time when she was 2. And this is the flashback. She remembered the feeling of her heart pounding as she looked down at the ground. Let's proceed to the next example. The loud clang of the thunder sent him spiraling back into the war. He could remember every moment as the bombs raged around him. His captain screamed in his ear trying to get his attention. In this example, we have here the loud clang of the thunder which made him remember everything that he experienced in the war. And that experience includes raging bombs and his captain screaming to him. So that's how flashback works. Let's proceed to the next literary device, and that is foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is a literary device in which a writer gives an advance hint of what is to come later in the story. Foreshadowing often appears at the beginning of a story or a chapter, and it helps the reader develop expectations about the upcoming events. Authors are sneaky. Sometimes they give you just a hint that something exciting or foreboding is going to happen. This foreshadowing of the events to come has us tapping our feet in anticipation. Almost every scary story or crime novel includes examples of foreshadowing. Example, we have first, the still evening sent a chill down her back. The air was just too calm. Next example, looking away from her sick child, she tried to tell herself everything would be okay, but she couldn't shake the feeling that danced in her stomach. Next literary device, we have hyperbole. Hyperbole is an extreme exaggeration used by writers to add emphasis to a phrase. While it is a fun literary device in literature, it's used in real life too. Example, we have told you to do the dishes a million times. So what made this sentence an example of hyperbole is the phrase a million times. So that is a form of exaggeration. Next, we have irony. Irony is about how your perception is different from how something really is. Irony has disappointed many readers when they thought something would happen, but it didn't. There are several types of irony. It comes in different forms like dramatic, verbal, or situational irony. We have here examples of irony. First, my old English Mastiff dog is named Tiny. This is an example of situational irony. So what made this sentence an example of irony? We have two contrasting ideas here. We have Mastiff dog and tiny. We all know that Mastiff dogs are actually large kinds of dogs. But in this sentence, this particular Mastiff dog is named Tiny, which is the opposite of large or big. So that makes this example an irony. Next example, we have my son is as innocent as the devil. This is an example of verbal irony. We also have here two contrasting ideas. We have innocent and devil. I believe that ends my presentation on the topic literary devices. You can do further readings to widen your understanding about this topic. You can search for more examples for each of the literary devices we have mentioned here in this presentation. Again, I'm Sir David. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from this video.